Go.
How is it going today, Lord? Let's get my Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're Dwayne and Jazz. Today we have for you episode tres.
What?
Uno, dos, tres.
3 of.
Falcon
Oh yeah.
and the Winter Soldier. I know. I'm trying to get my Spanish right. If you guys have any extra requests before we get into it, please follow us on social media in the link in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive on in.
Yeah.
This has to be so far
The most fire episode
Woo.
since it aired. This has been the most action-packed episode since this show has started. And I loved the entire thing because we love action and stuff.
We love
like
action.
That, so, before we even got to Zemo, before we even like in the last episode when they said we're gonna go see Zemo, and I was telling y'all on the podcast, I was like, Zemo is going to test. He's going to, not Falcon, but he's going to test Winter Soldier. I was like, he's going to say those words and test him. And that's exactly what he did as soon as he walked in there. As soon as Bucky walked in there. Zemo didn't say hi or nothing.
He was in the darkness.
Yep, he just started saying the random words like 17.
Rusted.
Yeah,
I was
like, just to see what he would do. And then Bucky was like, no, that's not going to work anymore. And then he's just like, okay, but going through he was like, I'm just testing you to see like if it's still there.
You still got a little Winter Soldier.
Right, he's like, you still got a little something there. And he still kind of senses it like later on because like they get to like this club scene where like they basically are posing to be other people.
They went to Madripoor.
Yeah, Madripoor. And then Falcon's supposed to be smiling tiger. And then,
They're supposed to be in disguise, so he's Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And then find out Baron Zemo's rich.
Yeah, this
He
whole
said,
time.
I am a Baron. I was like, yeah, you got a whole private jet. And then this whole thing where they meet him in the jail. And then he's telling Sam, like, well, hypothetically, if this happened.
Hypothetically, what would happen if I broke him out?
Basically broke him
through
out.
all this chaos, what would you do? And like, he basically already did it. But when he said hypothetically, I was like, Bucky already did it. And
My
then,
question is, where did the, because it was like a key card. Did he set, did Zemo already have the book? Or did Winter Soldier already like plan? Because there was like inside the book, he asked him, Bucky asked Zemo, what book were you reading?
I think Bucky slipped it to him.
It might have slipped it to him, right?
I think Bucky
I don't know
slipped
how.
it to him.
I want to know how.
We
do you
didn't
think he already
see
had
how,
it? You think he was
just
already
in the book.
planning his escape? Or I don't know. That's what I really want to know. Because he was like, what book you reading? He said Machiavelli. And if you know Machiavelli is basically like, well, I got to do dastardly things to make like a good goal happen. So I have to, some few innocent people have to die for the greater good. That was Machiavelli's whole, philosophy.
You got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
So just like what Zemo did, especially with the UN, blowing up people, killing King T'Chaka.
Yes.
Which we're gonna get to. Spoilers.
Man.
You already know.
Man, this gonna be spoilers all in here.
I'm not sparing nothing. You know you
y'all
came
watch
in here.
y'all see spoiler time.
Right.
Y'all see it.
So it was a freaking very good episode.
And you know what? I was laughing because like after the episode, like we went on Twitter, to see everybody like how they thought about the episode, see if they felt the way we did.
Yeah.
And it was just funny because Zemo was rich with like all these cars and planes, and he got Butler and everything like that. And then people were like, he's just parading his wealth in front of the broke Avengers.
Broke Avengers. Facts. Over here.
Because Sam can't even get a bank loan, and Bucky's struggling too, and it's just, I don't know if he's struggling.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if he's struggling as much as Sam. I don't know. I know they're not making.
He has no furniture in his apartment.
Right, I was about to say, there's nothing in his apartment, so I don't know. So I don't know if that's just because of his healing thing that he doesn't want any furniture, or he couldn't get it. Like I don't know, but they're not in the best financial spot, and Zemo's over there flaunting all this money and everything.
All them riches.
You're just like, so you just happen to be rich this whole entire time.
I am a baron, and I love there's just so many beautiful scenes in this dang movie because it's the quality is like I was legit watching a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about the first scene where U.S. Agent and Battlestar
he's showing
went
his
to
colors.
went to go find Carly. Morgenthau, and they went to like where they were last, but they were like way late. Like they already moved
they're
on.
like every time that Sam and Bucky go somewhere, U.S. Agent and Battlestar is behind them, like way behind.
Way behind.
Like they're already dipped and gone.
Yep.
So like when they came there, of course they weren't going to tell them anything. So what's his name? Battlestar went and was translating for John Walker,
right?
Which I thought was cool.
Which was amazing because it just showed you okay. Lamar might have a little something to him too. How did he learn German?
I mean, he was in the military. A lot of people can speak multi-languages.
Yeah.
In the military, so that's probably one of his skills. But also like the dude was just like, I'm basically not telling you. Then John Walker got mad and he was just like, you know who I am.
No, you forgot about the part where he spit in his face.
Oh well, yeah, that's like, what led him to it.
Yeah, because I was like,
shopping with Google helps you find whatever.
Because the dude spit in his face because he's not answering, and then when he spit, when you spit in anybody's face, that's fighting time.
That's fighting time.
So when he did that, that's when he grabbed him up. Was like,
and you know who I am? And he was like, and then he spoke English and said, I don't care who you are. I was like,
he said, I know who you are, and I don't care.
Okay. So we started to see him break down a little bit because I was like, okay, I understand. I understand.
I get it.
I understand, but when he said, you know who I am, I was like, okay. He's kind of like roughing these.
I'm about to say that's not very heroic. That's not very Captain America like. That's not our Cap.
Not my Cap.
Not my Cap. My Cap would never do that.
My Cap would never.
Right. So that's why I was just like, this is why we don't like you.
Yeah, and
this is
so
why nobody respects you.
And then so Lamar's telling him like, you're not gonna really get anything out of these people because they're loyal. They're loyal. They're helping these people. These people
they help their people from being sick and everything. Like
so they're not gonna like trade them, for anything. You could rough them up, do whatever. They're not gonna. He's just telling that to him, and he's like, and then they later on they're like, they figure out that Zemo is might have been broken out of prison.
Well, that's because they got there too late because they were there since they're like basically backtracking what Sam and Bucky are doing. They're going to everywhere that they've already been. So it's like by the time that they got the idea like, oh well, let's go talk to Zemo and see what he knows about it. He's already gone. And then when he saw they were already gone, he was just like, okay, so Sam and Bucky were definitely here because the security guard said they were, so they definitely broke him out.
But they don't have proof.
Right? And so he was just like, oh, like, well,
we might have to.
We're gonna have to do some illegal stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, he said, we're gonna have to go. And then Lamar's like, so this is like off the books, Cap, and that's kind of like the way our Cap was, where like he was off the books. He didn't follow orders, and that's kind of making me think like, you're not following orders like our Cap, but in a different way.
Yeah, in another way.
So what repercussions are you gonna get for not following orders? Because I'm like, when he said that, I was like, I kind of like, what is he
gonna do? And then let's talk about Sharon.
Oh, Sharon Carter.
Sharon was in there busting heads. Okay, she was in there like another Black Widow, almost, not really, but like she was fighting really good. I'm saying I respect Black Widow.
You respect
Yeah,
that,
I'm saying, but she could fight though.
Sharon was kicking tail.
She was definitely fighting. So I was just like, and I don't think that we've ever really seen her fight like that. I'm not sure.
No,
I don't remember seeing her fight like that unless I'm forgetting a part, like in one of the movies or something.
I don't remember her fighting at all.
I'm like, when did she learn how to fight like this? Did she learn how to fight like this all the time, or is this because she's in Madripoor?
Yeah.
So,
and they basically saying like, they found because they went to Madripoor because Zemo had to connect with, there's like low and high parts of Madripoor. The higher, of course, is the better area. And they went to go find this woman named Shelby. And that's when Sam and all them had to like. Yeah, Selby. I said Shelby. Selby, yeah. But basically, they had to like, infiltrate. So you had Zemo, and then, Bucky. People are like, that's the Winter Soldier. Everybody's whispering, that's the Winter Soldier. So I'm like, I'm like, he has his reputation precedes him, and
they see that arm.
Yeah,
like,
so
oh no.
And then Anthony Mackie had to drink a freaking snake drink, intestine.
Because that was Smiling Tiger's usual. So like when he picked it up, I was like, Sam, you gotta drink that automatically.
Right, I was like,
they're gonna look at you weird because that's your usual. Like they'll look at you weird if you're like, I don't know if I want to drink this.
Exactly.
You drink this all the time.
This is your favorite. So and the scene with him knocking heads, and they was playing the Winter Soldier music. It was just like, it was so
when he
good.
was fighting the people in that club, and then that's when Zemo was like, yeah, see, there's like, he said it didn't take too much. He said it didn't take too much for him to start showing like, signs of like the Winter Soldier. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Zemo still thinks that there's part of like the Winter Soldier still there, even though they said like it's gone and the words don't work no more. He's like, something is going to activate him.
I'm scared too.
Later.
I really am scared. I really am scared.
And that's what I thought at the beginning. I was like, I think that something might trigger him somehow to relapse and go back to that state because he was in there taking heads.
He was. And
even Sam looked concerned. Sam was like, he was just like,
you grabbed his arm, you good? And then he just shook his head.
He was just like,
Because I'm just like,
he didn't say anything. He just was like.
Yeah, and so we had that scene with Shelby.
Selby.
Selby. And she's basically like an information broker. You see how I did there? And, and she was trying to tell them more about the power broker, and nobody really knows who he is. I'm just gonna say he for now because it might be a she. I got a theory. We're gonna put that in the back. I got a theory. I got a couple of theories. But yeah, so we have them, and then they have the situation where Sam's freaking sister calls. And kind of like mess it all up, and there's like a whole scene with that. That scene was pretty funny.
But that's what basically blew the cover because the sister said Sam's name, and it was like Smiling Tiger's name is not Sam. So
probably
that's
not.
Why
Yeah.
It was just like okay.
But then somebody shot through it. Shot Shelby. Selby. Damn it. Selby. and that come to find out was Sharon Carter. And so she has like
and
her
she's been there
own
the
course
whole time.
because of
she can't get back to the States if she does, and she's gonna be arrested.
Yeah.
So she needs a pardon basically to get back.
And Sam is saying,
States.
"We'll pardon you." And that goes in with the Battlestar and them because they was like, nobody cares about how it gets done as long as it, the mission gets done. And I'm like,
And then they basically like get to the dude that's been making the serum, and come to find out they made the new soldier serum from Isaiah Bradley. From testing on him and getting samples from him to make the new strand of the serum that they're making now. And that dude, come to find out, was disappeared in the blip.
He got dusted.
He got dusted and then came back. And then that's when the power broker got his hands on him.
And then funded his research because, it got abandoned. I mean, of course it would get abandoned because look at all the... I'm guarantee you that the chaos and destruction was probably, like, insane on Earth. Like,
or it might have been, I don't know, it might have been peaceful because it was more resources for everybody. So
initially it probably was bad, and then
maybe.
It probably got better over the years, maybe. But at first, I'm abandoning a super soldier serum because we don't need no super soldiers right now because everything is just in chaos.
And then he said he made like about 20 of them.
Yeah, he had 20 vials, and then that's when Carly, come to find out, stole them. And they had the whole scene where she's like, she has like, I guess Mother Mary-esque type person. I think they were she was in an orphanage or something.
Yeah, this woman was basically taking care of them, and then she died from sickness.
Sickness because of tuberculosis, because of those camps, because now the people are back now. Overpopulation now. Because,
it's just a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a whole domino effect. And
right.
I'm trying to figure out what Sharon is doing because after their whole fight, I'm not gonna go play by play, but basically they shot the dude that made the serum.
Zemo shot the dude that made the serum, of course.
And
he's not gonna let his finish unwork.
Yep. That's when Sharon was like, "Oh no, what did you do?" and stuff like that.
And
then
RPG.
That's when they went out and they was fighting all the other henchmen and all that stuff.
Because now they have a bounty on their head because they killed Shelby.
So once that was
Selby, god dang it.
Once that was done, that's when Zemo found a storage bin with a car. So he got that car.
Too.
It was a nice one too. And they got in that and they left and they said, we're gonna work on your pardon, Sharon. And then Sharon went to go to this other location that's still around that same area. And there was a car already waiting for her with a woman there. And she was like, oh yeah, we got big trouble now. Well, a couple of things that are bad news, but I'm going to tell you later. And then she got in the back of the car, she's getting escorted there. So I'm like, are you working for the power broker? Are you working for Thunderbolt Ross? Who are you working for? Because they were already there. It wasn't like they didn't know where she was. Like they knew where she was. And since she reacted that way when the dude got shot, she was like, "Oh no, what did you do?" It was basically like that hurt her plan somehow. So I'm like, "What are you doing exactly here?
Yeah,
what are you doing?"
Yeah, I'm like at first I was like, and this might be a wild theory. I love Mephisto. That's what we're gonna call it, love Mephisto theory. But I was like, maybe she might be the power broker. Maybe somehow she worked her way through the ranks and then was like, maybe I could get my way in, but back to the States by creating Super Soldier Serum for Thunderbolt Ross, or maybe Thunderbolt Ross is the power broker, and he, I don't know.
I don't know exactly, but I know that she's working for somebody or doing something that she's not telling Sam and Bucky.
Yeah, because she was living well off. They went to her house, and that's when they had the little party scene with Zemo, where he was
he was fist bumping. I'm
like, oh my god, it was bad. It was a bad dance, but it was funny.
And then at the end, we get the best cameo
ever
for this series.
All you hear is the music. They went to another country because now they're still trying to find Carly. And Zemo, of course, got the private jet and the butler now. So he flew them over there, and he was talking about, wait, we got some world building. What happened to Sokovia? Sokovia ended up getting ate by the other countries.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, you didn't know that, though, because you're the Avengers. You guys don't really come back.
Really care,
yeah, they don't come back to the area you guys fight in, so you wouldn't know what happens there. And so now they're going to find Carly. And all of a sudden, Bucky's like, after he said that, Bucky's like, I need to go for a walk. And that's when, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, that's when he saw the little, what were those?
Kamoyo beads?
I don't know how to pronounce them. The beads. He saw the beads on the ground, and so that's why he was just like, okay, so one of them is here. So that's why he was like, I'm gonna take a walk. And then he's just picking them up, and then he was just like, you know, how long were you here? He said something like that. Yeah. And then that's when Io comes, and she was just like, I'm here for Zemo.
Right, speaking in African language.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, you heard with the music.
Yes. I was like, yes. I was like, get him.
Because they were talking like, you know, Sam said that.
They didn't forget what he did.
No, Sam even said he was like, you know, he killed King T'Chaka, and we don't even know what was going on in Wakanda due to the effects of the Infinity War, the dusting. You know, T'Challa.
Yeah, because T'Challa was dusted away.
Yeah,
so.
and we don't even know what might have happened in an alternate universe if King T'Chaka was still alive with Killmonger, because you know they were separate. So there's a lot that has to be like a lot of questions, and I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised.
When I heard that Wakanda music, I was like, I'm ready for that episode.
Lord.
And then that's when they stopped it. But this was one of their longest episodes.
Yeah.
That they had so far.
So far.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know
later.
Because I'm like, this is the third episode, and we
still
54
getting 6
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes of credits.
So whatever, but I'm kind of getting used to it now.
Yeah.
So I'm not even
mad.
Yeah, I'm not even mad anymore.
But
so
I give it 11. I give it 11 out of 10. Because of how good it was. The fight scenes were incredible. Everything was like, there was
no boring parts.
There was no boring parts. Everything was just
like at all.
Just building and learning and getting more like it was great. It was just a great episode overall. What do you give it?
I give it the same thing.
Yeah, it was just
it was good.
Great.
It was good. I have no complaints at all. Like I'm not even gonna complain about the credits. Like I don't even care no more.
I felt fulfilled. Like in that 45 minutes. It was a lot that y'all did in that. You used the time well. Yeah, you used the time well.
I'm good.
Great world building, character development, everything. It tied in with it was just amazing. And I see why at first they was gonna put this series out before WandaVision, because it's like
I'm honestly enjoying this one more.
I honestly am too.
Because I like action and stuff. So
we love action.
I gotta admit, each episode they doing, it just gets better and better up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Like attracted to that, but it's just like I feel like we're getting more information and everything in each episode than we are with
WandaVision.
And with WandaVision, everybody was highly theorizing over that. Like
even
this one is
me,
just like this one's just like I'm just taking it as it is. Like it's just action packed. Like I'm good. Like
I'm good. Yeah, this is great series. And it's crazy that we're halfway through, and we have 3 more episodes. What is gonna happen in these 3 next episodes?
I don't even know.
Where is it gonna go? Like I really don't know.
I really don't know.
I'm super excited for the series. This was 11 out of 10. You guys comment below. Let us know.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share.